Levine.
I've been in Mariah for many, many years, and probably had a lot of your brothers, sisters, maybe other children, but Amy has...
So this is my 4th year teaching in Mariah, and I've had a couple of different stints here. Most recently in early childhood, 2 years ago, I even had some of your children who are going to come in here calling me more Amy and slowly transition to Mrs. Levine. So, you know, and prior to that at the school, I was even in the 2nd grade. So this is first partnership with Mrs. Robinson, but we go back a long time.
13 years.
Many years working at camp together over the summer. So we know each other.
So while we're trying to get this set up, if you don't know our friend...
Hi, I'm Laura Marilyn. Some of you I recognize from kindergarten and just around the building. In 1st grade, I work a little bit differently. I do not take the children out and downstairs to my room. I actually come into the classrooms, and I'm in all 3 1st grades for a nice chunk of the day. So in the beginning of the year, we will do a reading assessment on the children. I know Mrs. Roberts is going to speak about that, but after we assess your child and determine where they are in reading, I will be responsible for one of those reading groups. The children will work with me, okay? But then, because I will probably have some extra time, especially in the beginning of the year before I start kindergarten, I'm here to help the children. So I will be here. That if a child just needs that little extra support in the beginning, I'm here, and I work with all the children. It's like being a 3rd teacher in the room. I'm really lucky to be able to work with both Mrs. Robinson and Mrs. Levine.
We actually have a 4th teacher, Mrs. Myers. Some of you may have met her. She works with our special needs, our extra support, but she's another teacher. So you're very lucky. We have 17 children in here, and we have lots of teachers to help teach. Yeah, it's great. Thank you. Just housekeeping. I see some of you, if you would fill this out, love your class, love your teachers, blah, 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 and then put it in their cubbies. And if you fill this out, this helps us just to get to know your child a little better. Some helpful tips that we feel maybe this will help. And there's also a paper from Mrs. Adler, who is our IT person. When we start talking more about our digital content, if you can't get on, she will be helping you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start.
Okay, the next slide we get to
So I'm going to say goodnight before you
Good
start.
night.
Okay? Good night. Nice seeing
First
everybody.
grade is a big transition from down the hall there in kindergarten. I promise you, everyone's going to get college. But what we want to do is we want to foster independence, we want to foster responsibility, that the children know when they come in, it doesn't matter if it's in Hebrew or English, they know they put their folders over there, they know to put their coats and their backpacks away, we have a routine. But the most important thing is we want them to feel safe, and we want them to feel that they feel good about themselves. So our whole program is differentiated, and we're at whatever level your child is and is ready for.
And really, one of the most paramount parts of our classroom is really our partnership and our community of family with you. The homeschool partnership is paramount. So that being said, communication is certainly part of that. Mrs. Robinson just talked about, you know, our day and what's the first thing we do. We put our home folders in the bucket over there, and what comes back to us is any communication from you. Certainly your child's homework that we sent to you the day before. But if you need to communicate with us, obviously we have emails. That form is very quick, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we need to know if there's any changes at home, if you're going away, if there's a life-changing event, so that we're prepared. And, you know, we can make the most, you know,
do a little TLC
for your little one. So, and, you know, sharing with you is one of the most important things for us in working together. Friday schedule. It's not, it's just to give you an idea of what a day will look like. In essence, what we do every day. And then there are other things thrown in terms of specials. We're really not showing you what a Friday schedule might look like. Certainly an early Friday schedule when we're going to have to come in here after lunch, but everything is earlier on an early Friday schedule. And Friday will include, and certainly, daily, something like writing almost every day. Friday, you don't see the schedule on certain days of specials. And Friday, Science Friday, Flashlight Friday, when we dim the lights and everybody gets a flashlight, because you're not going to sit just be quiet. So, but an average day, we come in, we have had lunch, but we have other activities in our morning time. We come in at 12:30 for our opening. What does opening consist of? It consists of calendar. It consists of Star of the Week, which actually we present to each child the week before on a Thursday. Mrs. Robinson in this class is this week's Star of the Week, and every other class, it's me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find one.
She has an old one.
It's not much.
But on a Thursday, your child, their Star of the Week the following week, you're going to be getting an All About Me poster. You're going to color it, put pictures on it. You can help them write, you can help them color. The pictures are helpful to show their favorite food, or they can write the word. Whatever way it looks like, it's theirs, they own it. It will come up here, and they'll bring it in on Monday after they fill it in. And then daily, as part of our opening, the Star of the Week has to come up and talk about some aspect of themselves.
They can bring in things.
They can bring in things that shares,
Yeah.
by the end of the week, we get to know a lot about
And
it.
there's be a letter sent home with it explaining.
And then also as part of the opening here, we write today is and the daily schedule. And that's part of setting those expectations of every day of what your child comes in expecting to do and to know. And setting that routine, so that's the routine of every opening. The day consists of reading rotations and math rotations and recess and snack and pack and closing, and boy, goes by very quickly.
But we'll explain it.
But we'll explain the rotations in more in depth when we talk about reading and math. Okay? And certainly, Carol talked about it just briefly, differentiated learning. We like to really term it personalized learning, because it's all about the environment that your child is coming into in a classroom that they experience, of activities and work that are meaning for them personally, engage them personally, connect them, are relevant to their life, their personal interests, their previous knowledge. Not only their skill level and how they're grouped and where they are academically, but what floats their boat and what will motivate them so that they have the most optimal success in whatever they're doing.
I'm going to ask you just to kind of swing around here so I can show you. For our reading program, we use journeys, and you can see the two big words, Common Core. Both our math and our reading programs are aligned with the Common Core. Okay? This is the first book. I just want to show you the difference. Okay? Very simple, right? Simple words. But in every single story, regardless of how we start, there's always the essential question. Okay? We're always referring back to the essential question. So they read it, we come back, we talk about it. They also have genres, so they're learning about genres. Believe it or not, digging deeper, even in the very beginning, main ideas, details. We're already started talking about that. As I mentioned, this genre is informational text. What is it? So they're going to start to learn what that means. Your turn, classroom conversation, writing. Okay? Baby steps, baby steps. It's all going to start very simply. Lots of modeling, lots of explaining, very slowly, group work. Okay? And then the last one, for instance, Frog and Toad. Okay? We're also, and I'm going to explain to you in a minute how we do this, there are little readers. These are leveled readers. This will be a homework. Okay? For instance, starts out very simple for those that read it. A few more words. better readers. We also have a wonderful series. It's called Red Brick, nonfiction. It is phonics, but it's always nonfiction. I pulled our first one so you can see simple pictures. And there are always in the back. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. And then in the back, there's always things that they have to do. But it always has some kind of skill base. How do we do this? Well, as Laura Marilyn said, we assess your children so we know what level. And they become groups. We have fireworks, racers, shooting stars, and lightning bolts. Okay? So, they know. And again, we train them, we work, we show them. Okay, let's just say the rock stars meet with Mrs. Myers. Okay, so that's red. Red is teacher directed. Teacher directed is usually up there because we do a lot of things on the smartboard. Yellow is independent. That's right here. Digital. Every child has a number. Every child will have a Chromebook. Every child will have their own personal headsets and mice. And it's part of what we do, and it's all leveled. The homework's leveled, the reading's leveled. For instance, we do have children that are, as you saw, can read very well, but they don't know how to answer a question. They've never been trained. They've never tried it. We have to model baby steps. We work with them. How do you answer? How do you begin a sentence? How do you end it? Let's get some juicy words in there. That's adjectives. You know, things like that. So we start slow and we work. These groups are fluid. You know, we can see, we assess the children. We assess them, a lot of it, through Raz Kids, Smarty Ants, and Lexia. Okay? These are all leveled programs. They're digital. We are constantly monitoring. It tells us, it gives us alerts. Okay, so-and-so is having a real hard time with that EA sound. So we know that we have to give them lessons. We know, oh, that's way too hard. Let's move it back. And P.S., that will sometimes be homework. Smartboard activities. We have so many cool things that we do up here with them. It's interactive. It is so much fun. They come up, they touch, they move. It's another way to keep them excited and involved. You'll talk about the high frequency words again. Comprehension skills, the learning how to answer questions, reading. We have a lot of kids. They are amazing readers. Guess what? They have no idea what they read. So we work with them on the comprehension. Phonics, an important part. Yes, we still teach phonics, but not isolated. Writing, as I mentioned, we're always writing. One of the things that they needed was a journal. We're going to be doing journal writing, which we'll talk about, and book reports. Different genres, fiction, nonfiction, character. And at the end, we do, wait for it, Flat Stanley. So we have a wonderful Flat Stanley project. Okay? For instance, okay, our handwriting. Our handwriting is Zaner Blauser. Okay? Handwriting position, feet on the floor, belly to the desk. A-OK or flip trick. Okay, I'm lefty. Any lefties? Any kids? Not you, a kid? Any children lefties? No? Okay. So, watch this. A-OK or flip trick. Yeah, flip trick. Okay? So if they do that, they know the result. A lot of bad habits were already starting in kindergarten, preschool, but we really try to break it and help them. That's why we have the Zaner Blauser. Okay? So we have a handwriting component to our program. Slice of writing is in their journal. It's done every day. It starts simple with just these little papers. My favorite food is. Just write something. Try it. Then spelling. And we stretch it. I like the holiday plant because. And then pretty soon we're writing and writing and writing, and we get these wonderful pictures like this camel drinking out of a soda bottle. How did we get that? And they start writing, and we learn about juicy words, and we learn about expanding, and we do it through poetry and comprehension. So they love that, the slice of writing. It's just a piece of writing every day. You're going to learn about Gigi. Gigi is ST Math. What's so cool about this program is there's no words. So all it is showing. By the way, all these digital programs do read for the children, and they can hear it if it's too hard for them. And we level it out. It's called Go Math. Every single chapter is going to have this book. Each child's going to have this consumable. we're very excited. We're getting trained tomorrow. It's what's amazing about it is a lot of kids, Mrs. Robinson, my kid can have 9, yeah, but your kid can't explain how did you get to that answer. Again, the core curriculum says, how did you arrive at your answer? Give it to me in words. So we're teaching the children how to do that. We also are teaching the children math vocabulary. And a lot of language. And what we love about this is so amazing. I was just blown away. This is what excited us about it, is that there's actual science.
So real world applications.
Real,
But
yeah.
also interdisciplinary. We had a different book in the other one.
Yeah, but they should have, anyway, there's stories because they put science in it as well. And again, we pre-test. Some kids, why do I have them do 1 plus 3? Yeah, okay. So we're going to have them skip that chapter. This math is very fluid because some kids are really good, as I said, at computation. So we're going to challenge them by doing other things, okay? But some children can't do geometry. They absolutely, so the groups will change. Okay, what are we going to learn in first grade? We're going to learn adding and subtracting to 18, double-digit adding and subtracting without regrouping, word problems, measurement, flat, solid shapes and plane shapes, beginning of time, okay? And the homework is also leveled. So we're very, very excited about this. And then when each chapter's done, this gets to go home. So you can see what's going on, and it tells you how we're doing with her.
So bringing it back to reading and writing, every week we introduce words to our word wall. On Monday,
Oh, I forgot one thing. Been here a long time. One other thing, if I may, is that we are going to be doing novels. Some children may be reading Freckle Juice. Oh, she's going, oh my God. No, not to worry, because we have Tales of Amanda Pig. Okay, we have Frog and Toad. The point is the love of reading. We're going to be doing novels. We're going to answer questions. We're going to learn to find things, and we're going to enjoy really good literature. So this is part of our reading program as well.
so every week your children will be getting a list of about 8 to 10 words, word wall words that we first presented here. A bonus word or two that might have Carol will talk a little bit more about science, but it could be a science-related word or a math-related word that challenges them, is a little bit bigger and different than the grouping of words that we have for the week. Generally, those words are high-frequency words, sight words, words that are part of the stories that we're reading that week, that we're seeing a lot, interjected with moments where we feel commonly misspelled words. Gee,
There's no A in Bay. Did you know that? There's no A in Bay.
Or, of. And
You
find
be.
that, good children are misspelling. And so we might interject with a week of commonly misspelled words. Or perhaps a school working on long A sound words or IGHT words. They're presented to your children. They're on Monday. And it's part of the week of activities that go along with the word walls for first reinforcement learning is that they're going to have a notebook where those words are going to go into. They're also going to come home with various activities on different levels, different kinds of activities that will, again, reinforce those words, a nightly review, and that many children are excited to get done the first day they bring them home, some wait until the last day. It's recommended that they spread them out during the course of the week because that gives them a nightly review of those words, and then those words clearly go over to our large word wall, and they're there to stay, so when the children are writing, they have a tool there to refer to for the words. And then Friday is Word Wall Challenge. It's not a test. It will seem like a test. It's not a test. It's just essentially dictating the words and seeing what they now, to assess what they've mastered and what they have. That becomes in some time down the road, dictating of sentences, where they use the words in sentences, along with learning about grammar, structure, and how to create a sentence and using those words in a sentence. So that we will start off with that. And then we were talking about the bonus word, which
for instance, we do 2 wonderful units here. We have a wonderful web unit on clouds, This is one of the experiments we'll do. It's shaving cream, and then you put food coloring, and then they actually watch, and they have to predict what's going to happen, and then they don't understand, but then we talk about what happens. Okay. Like for instance, they love the bonus word cumulus, serious. I mean, they're going to know clouds like no one's business, and then we also are going to be doing a wonderful, that's why we call it Science Friday, and then we do the 5 senses as well. It's a lot of fun. We do good science, real hands-on.
Homework is assigned Monday through Thursday for the most part, with the exceptions along the way. Your children will come home with hard copy homework, essentially with directions. They will be given directions, and those directions will be reinforced and modeled so they know what to do. But we will also be hosting every day on the haiku program, which you're going to be, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's a communication tool online where you can see homework every night. There's other communication on haiku. And essentially, the homework is going to be posted differentiated, group such and such, math pages, 1 and 2, and you'll know which applies to your child. They might also, or in lieu of hard copy homework, be assigned digital homework from one of the number of the digital content. You also will have to sign on, password, and so forth to get on. And the children are very excited about the digital and moving forward with that. But we ask that they do what they're assigned and not move ahead, because again, it allows us to see what they've mastered and what we can assign them next that they can do from what they previously worked on. And there's 2 sides of our home folder: what you can keep at home, what you to please send back. Please check your home folder every day. Please clean it out, over the weekend so it comes back fresh for the next day. And again, it's that opportunity to, on homework, certainly to write us notes. My child is just struggling with this skill. And if you're not quite sure, I don't want to tell them how to do it. I want you to know that they're not sure how to do it. Write us a note on the homework. They're struggling with this particular concept.
I did that too quickly. The question we always get is, how much help should we give them with homework? Okay. In first grade, we do a lot of modeling. Okay. This is all new to them. We assume they know. We assume they know how to walk in the halls. We assume they know what the right, how they should act in the lunchroom. Okay. We assume that they know how to do rotations. We model. We take baby steps. The same with homework. Your child has never had homework. They need to know, what does homework mean? Where am I going to be doing it every day? Am I going to come right home and do it? Am I going to have a break? Am I allowed to play for a while? And then am I going to do it? Where am I going to physically do it? Am I going to sit in the kitchen while I'm just making this up, while you're cooking, and then you're going to help me? Or do I go to my room at my desk and I bring it back? Some children need a parent, the babysitter, the tutor, whoever's sitting with them, and others, I just want to do it, and you can look at it. You know your child best. You decide, but we have to model. We have to give them expectations. We also need to, I get the question, well, how much should I help them with spelling? Well, in the beginning, inventive spelling is fine, but once we start to get wordball words and we start to do mechanics, you can help them. Well, let's look at that. Does that make sense? I mean, I see an E at the end. I mean, how would you say that? Does that, or how do you begin a sentence? I don't see anything at the end of your sentence, so you can help them. Many of you work. You say, I get home too late. I can't help. But put it somewhere, have them put it in their backpack or somewhere where you can just check so you have an idea what's going on, just so you're familiar. Homework should be done in pencil. A lot of first grade is coloring and pictures. That means coloring. That means colored pencils, sure. Crayons, you bet. Markers, why not? But not regular pencil. Yeah. But
it should be done with pencil, except when it says color. But some kids like to color in just the pencil.
And I do say to them, guys, unless it's quorum, I don't make people with purple hair. Okay? My skin is not green. So, okay, sorry. Okay. No, what I'm saying is we want to make it. I can't win, right? I can't win. Except. But what I'm try to, so what I'm saying is we want them to take pride in what they're doing and to take some time to do it.
And homework, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
give or take, in first grade. If you're finding it's going to be a lot longer for you, let us know.
I'm going to skip to where it says bubbling over with books, because we want the children to love reading, just like we do. That's why we do Flashlight Friday, with the flashlights and things. So they're going to get a bag with bubbles, and the paper bubbles are going to be different sizes. That's very boring. There is no bubbles bubbling over there. By the end of the year, we want to see it all over. How do they do it? If they read a book, or you read to them, when it's done, you write their name, the book, and the author, they bring it in, we make a big deal about it, and the whole contest is, let's get bubbles all over the place.
And they're so happy to see you.
Yes, they love it, they love it. Did you get my bubble? Did you put my bubble up? So, one of the things that we do, because again, we're just learning how to sit at desks, quiet critters, very cute. We are quiet critters. We only come around when you're working quietly. We get scared when we hear a sound. We like to sit on your desk and watch you from afar, but if you start to make noise, we'll run back to our soundproof jar. So as we see the children working so nicely, we quietly put this down. If the whole class gets one, guess what we get? We get brownie points. What happens when the whole cookie tray is filled? Yep, we got a brownie party. And in the winter, we have a big coffee mug with little marshmallows. Yep, we get it. Yep. In the spring, we have little ice cream cones. Yep, we have an ice cream cone party. So it's a wonderful incentive for the children working together. And the other piece is, sometimes we forget what we're supposed to be doing. So very quietly, without calling attention to anyone, maybe you just need this just for a little bit. Please stop what you're doing and make a better choice. That's all, very quietly. Okay, and then when we see that they're doing a better choice, we pick it up, we put it in, and they get a quiet critter. Just something for them to monitor their behavior. Sometimes we have such amazing ideas, I can't believe it. Well, you're going to get a kiss, brain kiss. This is going to be full of brain kisses. And we get that. They love, how do we pick who's going up first? How do we pick? Well, you're the lucky duck. Everyone has a name in the lucky duck. And you get your name picked out, and maybe you're going to collect the books, or maybe you're going to go first up there, but everyone has a lucky duck. So we make it fair. Brain break. We're only 6 and 7 years old. We just came from kindergarten. Oh my God. How many of you know the song Gummy Bear? I'm a gummy bear, gummy. Okay. So we have what's called brain breaks. When we see the kids are really working hard or they're having spielkas, we have this gummy bear thing on YouTube. Just 5 minutes of doing it. And then there's some other ones. There's a dinosaur stomp. And then there's also some games. All they need is 5 minutes, and they're better. Yep. You may want to take a picture of this.
Take a picture, write it down. These are the specials for when they're in the afternoon in general studies. And just to reiterate, young sessions, gym days, sneakers, young ladies, no jewelry, don't get caught up in
Because they have to take it off. No big chains. No,
No.
but they usually wear the bike shorts. Yeah, especially when we go outside, I like to do the cartwheels. A library we don't know yet.
Right, we're still scheduling library time. We'll certainly let you know when that is.
And you always get a note that like,
Well, music is in the Hebrew architecture, so. And again, you've got these reminders probably a couple times already today, but unlike early childhood, again, your child's bringing in 2 to 3 healthy snacks, no nuts. We'll have the opportunity to see those throughout the day. Gym, again, is sneakers on gym day. Please check the child's backpack and folders.
I don't know if we're going to have to.
Well, maybe we get back, if we have time, because we don't really have time for this. But just using the word yes, not can't, I won't, I don't, I can't, yet.
You're not there yet.
We're not there yet. There's a difference between not knowing and not knowing it yet. If you say I can't, you're going to say I can't yet.
We actually have a little movie, but I don't know if we're going to have time. But
And I don't know doesn't know I don't know yet, right? Always the expectation that they'll get there. And maybe we can play it for you if we have time. But it's a very cute Sesame Street. We'll show the kids as well.
yeah, we're going to show you.
The contact information. So please, you're going to communicate, again, all various methods to communicate with us. Certainly email is quick, it's there. Just know that if you email during the course of the day, we might not see that email till more towards the end of the day because we're engaged in learning and working with your children and in our-day teaching. So we will always respond as early as possible by the end of that day, the beginning, before the day starts the next day. If you have an immediate issue, it's of course dismissal or something's changing in that matter, always email the front desk. If there's some sort of an emergency, you have to get in touch with us. Again, call an administrator, call the school, because we might not see a 9 o'clock in the morning email from you until really towards the end of the day.
Okay, full disclosure, I come from West Orange, I am here at 7:10 in the morning, yes, you can email me, honestly, seriously. So, yes, I'm at my desk then. So if you need to talk to me, or you want to call me, or, that's serious.
But any questions? There's a lot.
I know with this. Yeah, I know that's like this, right? Yeah, sometimes the kids will keep sweatshirts or sweaters in their back. Yeah.
Does the class rotate, meaning the seats in the room, or they're in a set room?
Okay.
Set spot? Meaning.
Okay, that's a good question. Yes and no. Okay? When we're doing rotations, that's why you don't see the traditional desks that have the things in it or anything like that. Yeah, they do in a way when we're doing certain things, but for reading and math, they just pick up their stuff and they know where to go. Yes.
These were designed for movement of the
Yeah, that's
child and movement of the table.
This is purposeful. By the way, before I take another question, we have some new families to our, right? We have a couple new families. Amy Brody. You, Georgia. Welcome. Welcome. And we have someone else?
They might not be here.
Oh, they may not be here. Welcome to the
Right,
right.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Any questions? It's truly an amazing thing to see once they get this, and this is how we move. And they watch it, they know. And then when they hear this, they know to stand up, they know to look, and they know where to go. What I didn't put up to show you is I will have one of these, a yellow, red, and digital, and next to it is what supplies they need, so they know what they have to bring when they rotate. But again, everything's kept in their tubs, okay, and then someone will bring the tub over, and they all know whose number belongs to them. It's unbelievable. They're our Chromebook, and they all know how to plug them in. It's really, yes, it's really an amazing thing. Again, baby steps, it's always very slow, but it's going to be so much fun. Any questions? No, you get a feeling? You get a feel for what? We'll try to take, I forgot to tell you. I don't know about you, but the night before I had school, I always had the jitters. Amy, you have jitters?
Always.
Yeah, we have first grade jitters. And we read a book about first grade jitters. But don't you worry, because we're going to have jitter juice, and it's going to make us. It's one of the things we're going to do. For first grade, that's right. So we still have a lot of fun, even though we're desks, we're on the floor. We still play. Okay. One of the activities we're going to do the first day for everyone to be cohesive.
Is that really for drinking?
It's wine lunch. Yeah, no, we're going to have it. Oh yeah. One of the activities we're going to do the first day is we're going to break up in groups by using our Lucky Duck, and we have all kinds of different building materials, and they're going to work together cooperatively to build something. Any questions? Yes.
Who's Mrs. Myers?
Oh, yeah, well, you know what, we can actually,
We'll show you. Mrs. Myers. Mrs. Myers, but she can actually go to she's another teacher in here, and she is support staff. So some of the children need extra support. So she manages them, and they're still part of our class, okay? But sometimes she'll take some of the other kids, and sometimes she has her kids, and we'll take her.
she's another teacher in the
Yes.
classroom that's accessible to every child in the
Yes.
classroom as well.
Yeah.
Class list we get on next week, first week of class, everyone is in the class.
I don't know if they're still giving out paper lists.
So how else do we know who's actually in the class?
We'll find out.
You should ask your class liaison.
You know what?
So like,
think so. That's a very good
traditionally
question.
about
The
this
front
one
desk.
night, we're gonna have to be sending home.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a good question.
Look, they're cute. I like the,
Do the kids switch classrooms?
No, the teachers do.
so this is your child's classroom.